with being back, one of the things, and this is kind of the era where there there was certain reputations for guys backstage, right? And I'm not throwing anybody on blast here, but I'll just throw some names out there. The Hardcore Hollies, the John Bradshaw Layfields. They had, there's a wrestler's code. Especially then, maybe it was more enforced than it was before and after.
Mm.
As a relatively new guy, you've only been wrestling a few years at this point, first time to really do it on the road. What was that atmosphere like for you?
So it was the first time I was around where I was the kid. I was a kid in a room full of men and scary men.
Mm-hmm.
I would clean the locker rooms and stuff like that. Always shake everybody's hand.
So you knew this
And
stuff because of Sean?
I knew this because I'm not smart, and I'm not saying I could read people, but the clues are so obvious
Mm-hmm.
that you can't help but read the situation. Um, what really saved me, uh, and not that it saved me, but yeah, was William Regal being a trainer of mine.
Okay.
After Sean, Mr. Regal, that was Memphis, and so having him just go like, this kid's all right. Didn't mean that they wouldn't, you know, treat me like whatever, but at least they knew that okay, this kid is serious about wrestling. And so I had that, and as long as I did what they asked, or just did it preemptively, what I assumed they were going to ask, everything was all right. Um, the most I'd gotten as far as like yelling at would have been from Mr. Benoit, but that was because he was critiquing a match that I would ask him. I would ask him every show, sir, if you would have an opportunity, would you please watch my match? And he had yelled at me from time to time because of how sloppy my psychology was. How can you do a tornado DDT like that and have him kick out? Well, because I was doing that tornado DDT was the best looking thing in that match, and yeah, and okay, this guy's serious about this, and so it was never abuse. It was advice I asked for.
Very cool. And that just brought up a memory in my head. We've interviewed Sal Renaro 3 times on the channel. He last time me and you talked, he wanted me to say hello to you. He wanted to give a shout out. Unfortunately, I got the message after we were already recording, so I missed the chance. But
well, right back at him.
But
Yeah.
one thing he said is he was talking about a four-way he had in Ring of Honor where he was trying to do a springboard Rana and something got messed up. Somebody was in the wrong position and he thought he blew it. So he was furious. Well, not furious, but he was like disappointed with himself when he got to the back. And then people were like, whoa, what was that kick? That was incredible. Make sure that's your finish. And you bringing up how that tornado DDT should have been finished just popped into my head. It's like sometimes it's like that's such a little thing people don't think of, but having like your best looking thing be the finish is it should be more obvious, but it really isn't sometimes.